And he sends a Muslim army, Abu Ubaidah ibn Jarrah. Abu Ubaidah, he goes to Palestine, and there the Byzantine ruler, he realizes he's weak, and so now he tells Abu Ubaidah, what should we do? He says, hand over the keys of Quds to us. Let us take charge of Quds, we'll take care of everything. So the Byzantine leader, this is like the emperor now, he says, no, he says, we can't give it except to the person who's written in our holy books. Christians saying this. So they send a letter to Umar ibn Khattab, and they say, Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen, these people will not hand over the keys of Aqsa, the keys of Quds, except to the one whose description is written in their book. Who is this person whose description is in their book? Allah knows. Umar al-Khattab said, right, I'm going to speak to him. I'm coming. So he gets on his camel, he takes his servant with him, and they travel. And they go all the way north, all the way from Medina to Palestine. And this is roughly a month's journey, you could say, 3 weeks to 4 weeks journey. So Umar ibn Khattab, he's walking, and he divides the journey into 3 parts. Number 1, Umar rides, his servant walks. Number 2, Umar walks, and the servant rides. And number 3, both of them walk, and the animal is allowed to ride on its own. Now you imagine giving the rights to the animals in this manner. Where did they learn this from? They learned it from the best of creation, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So they come across a muddy water, and Umar is holding the reins of the camel, and he's walking, and on top is who? His servant. Now in them days, for your servant, for the one that works for you, to be in the car and you're driving the car, you're pulling the reins, it was something unimaginable. So they come across this muddy water. Umar radiallahu anhu takes off his slippers, puts them under his arm, and he begins to walk in the mud barefoot. And the servant says, Umar, Amir al-Mu'mineen, please you sit on top and let me walk. And he says, no. He says, it's your turn to be on top and for me to walk. And then he says this famous statement, respected brothers. Remember, why are we Muslim for? This is the question we need to ask ourselves. He says this famous statement. He says, we were people who were humiliated. Historically, we were humiliated. لَقَدْ كُنَّا أَذِلَّهِ فَأَعَزَّنَا اللَّهُ بِالْإِسْلَامِ. When Allah brought Islam to us, He gave us izzah. He gave us honor over everyone else. Look, Byzantine ruler who would not even be willing to have an appointment with someone like an Arab is now, we're calling the Arab leader to come and speak to him. لقد كنا أذلاء فأعزنا الله بالإسلام فإن ابتغينا العزة في غير الإسلام. If any of us seek izzah in anything outside of Islam, Allah will humiliate us. أذلنا الله. If you ever seek a lifestyle, if you ever think to yourself, you know what, maybe their lifestyle, maybe their teachings, maybe their principles are better than our principles, He says you have another thing coming to you.